You guys, I have officially made my acting debut. I am in the new One Margarita remix with That Chick Angel and Saucy Santana. I'm clearly so famous and so relevant to have such a big feature in this video. Just kidding, I was basically the minority in the back. I gave Rosa Parks, in parentheses, 2023 version, in parentheses, music video version, in parentheses, Asian gay weirdo version. Let's talk about how this came to be. So I was in Canada 2 weeks ago and this guy named Jake DM'd me on Instagram. He told me that he was a director and then asked me if I wanted to be in this new music video with That Chick Angel and Saucy Santana. And I was like, me, Kevin, in front of a camera lens? Like, literally say less. So I came home Tuesday night and Wednesday morning at like 5 a.m. I woke up and got ready. I was really tired, but I was so excited. I arrived on set at like 8 a.m. and within like 1 hour, I met the literal queen of TikTok, Miss Terry Jo. She wasn't like done up or anything. I literally just saw Keelan like walking, who, if you didn't know, Keelan is the man behind the art, the mastermind, cause he's a mastermind. And I literally could not control myself and I literally just blurted out like, Keelan, like, my friends and I are obsessed with your videos. And then like we briefly hugged and then he like got his makeup done. He came back out like 30 minutes later as like Terry Jo. So I was like, okay, like they're using Terry Jo for the video, obviously. At that point, I was like, girl, can I please take a photo with you? Because I was like, how could I not ask fucking Terry Jo for a photo? Like, I had to do it, you know? So I took a photo with her and then I posted it on my Instagram, obviously, because like, why wouldn't you? Keelan was cool. He definitely is a lot shyer in person than he is on the internet. That, or he just did not like me. It's fine. But he was overall cool. And I also got to meet two of his friends who came to just like support him. Like, they weren't really in the video. Like, they were asked to be in the video, but like they just came to support their friend, which made me really emotional. I met Jaslyn and I met Tiana, who are also creators on TikTok. Very pretty gals. Before I shot any scenes, I obviously settled down and like took in my surroundings and like felt the vibes. Even though overall I'm just a little blur in the background, I was really, really honored to be in this video. This was the very first time that somebody asked me, Kevin, to be in a video and like be a feature in like a project as me, as like not like a random Asian dude that they needed for like diversity or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, I've done background acting in the past, like when I was in college, and obviously I've been in like a lot of TV shows in the background, but that's never because I'm just Kevin. Like, that's always because like they want to make rainbow diversity. So I was just like really honored to be there and I felt really cool that Jake asked me to be a part of this. So thank you, Jake, if you're watching. This was very much like a work event and you can feel those vibes. Like, everyone's really, really busy and like no one really knew each other coming into the set. The people that did know each other would like get situated into little groups and like things definitely felt very cliquey with people that like got along and like people that like kind of knew each other before. I didn't know anyone going into this shoot. So I tried to be my little social butterfly self and try to like socialize and like talk to people and like crack little jokes here and there, but like it honestly seemed like no one really liked me. I really felt very out of place, and to be honest with you, I did not have the best time socially in this shoot because it felt like everyone was so much cooler than me and everyone was wearing like super extravagant outfits and like they had such extravagant, like fabulous personalities, and I felt like I was kind of just there like, hey guys, like I was kind of just like, I don't know, no one was laughing at my jokes, and like every single time I said something, people just didn't turn their head, or like, I don't know, like I know I wasn't like really important, but I definitely 1000% felt like I didn't belong in that shoot. Obviously, I'm not like upset at anyone against that. It was very much a work event. I just dealt with it and I was like, you know what, it's fine. I'm cool with being alone, so I just was alone the entire time. Like, I sat down by myself. I will say one of the dancers, Amanda, was one of the first girls that like spoke with me, and she was so sweet and so nice. And I actually accidentally got seated with the main singer slash rapper Angel's family slash like close friends at lunch. That chick Angel's two sisters slash close friends and her very own mother. So Mama Dorothy, Risha, and Quinn, these women were very lovely to eat lunch with, and they were so nice to me. And honestly, they were like the nicest people that I met that day, and the people that made me feel like not such a loser and like a loner. That chick Angel came to the table too later on, and she introduced herself to me and she asked me for my name, and she was also so lovely. So that chick Angel, I'm so proud of you for this song, and you slayed, girl. Jake, the director, is a cutie, and he clearly is a very creative, smart person. He made me feel really welcome on the set, so that was really amazing that like he gave me a hug and he knew who I was and like didn't make me feel super like weird. Also, I'm sorry, I'm being like super dramatic about this shoot. Like, it was very much like a work thing. I want to reiterate, like, I was overall very happy to have gone, and I would totally do this again. I just expected it to be almost more like networking-y, because I thought like, oh, all these like famous people are here, and all of these like popular influencers and like actors, like Cindy Crawford was there, and like Saucy Santana was there, Terry Joe was there. So I was like, oh, like maybe we could like network and like become friends and stuff. And it just was not my crowd at all. Although there was one girl who was an extra who was so rude to me. Like, every single time I asked a question, like whether or not it was like rhetorical or just like a genuine question out to the public, she would literally turn to me and be like, stop asking questions, or like, don't ask questions. And she was just like the most rude person, and I felt so like annoyed that I had to do some scenes with her. There was also this really cute guy named Jacob who I had to like talk to during the Cindy Crawford scene. Like, you know what I'm talking about if you like know the video. Like, it's when I'm talking to this guy in the back, and I'm not even kidding, like he made me like sweat from like nervousness from like talking to him. He was really cute. I think he like works as a personal trainer at like a gym or something. Okay, moving on, let's talk about the actual shoot. Like I said, we shot everything inside this like Mexican restaurant in Los Angeles, California. We shot a lot of scenes outside. Those are the first scenes that I like did on that day. I had to dance with like margaritas in the back while the dancers slayed in front of me. Then we moved our way inside, and inside was when we shot the scenes of like Angel getting on the table to do her little thing, and when we did the party scene of like everyone just dancing at the very end. I got seated with 3 of the dancers. They were really nice, but they were all like kind of friends because the dancers like came to rehearsal like the day before, so like the 3 of them like knew each other. And again, I felt very like left out, and I felt like people just didn't like me, but it's fine, not a big deal, whatever. When we shot the Cindy Crawford scene, people were freaking out. They were like, oh my gosh, like let me get a good angle of her, like let me see her. And I was kind of just like, oh, like who is it? And obviously I knew who the person was, like Cindy Crawford, because she was done up. She had like a whole team of people like fixing her hair and like her clothes, and I knew she was important. I just didn't know like what she did exactly. And then when I told my friends and like my family about her, or like when I asked people like on set, like who's that, they were all like, you are so dumb, like this is, you know, this was the biggest model of the 90s, like she's so famous and so popular. And I was like, wow, like she really is very pretty and very popular, but like these people were making me feel like I was so uncultured, and they were like making me feel super stupid. I don't know. I really had a weird experience with the people there. Like, people were making me feel so bad and so dumb and so annoying. But yeah, so I saw Cindy Crawford and she was lovely. And I remember like there was one scene when she was like doing her walk in the beginning of the video, and I was behind her in the purple shirt. And there was one time when I turned to somebody like behind her, and I was like, she smells really good. And she literally like turned around, like she heard me, and she was like, oh, it's because I wasn't like, you know, out here all day, like I just got here, like that's why I smell good. And I was like, girl, like, I kind of love you. The Saucy Santana part, when he was like rapping and stuff with the really long nails, I was not like a big part of that like specific scene in the corner of the like outside section of the restaurant. I remember when Santana came, he was definitely one of the few people that I did not get to actually exchange words with. I pretty much spoke with like almost everyone there, like at least said one word. And he was definitely not one of those people. He gave off very much like diva, bossy vibes, and I don't know if we would even vibe if we talked. I don't think he would like me, like, at all, to be honest. Like, he was like the type of person to like wipe his face with a towel and then like just throw it at someone and like not say thank you when someone like picked it up for him. And he's like the type of person to like ask someone for like something like in the crowd or like one of the assistants, and then he wouldn't say thank you or he wouldn't say please. He just kind of like would assume that like everything has to be done like his way. That's not a horrible thing. I know that you gotta get business done, but he just didn't seem like a very down-to-earth person. But you know, his verse still slays. There are no hard feelings. Like, I'm not like, I don't know this person. I just wanted to give you like first impressions and like what I thought. He might be an angel to his friends. I don't know. I just wanted to say my thought as an outsider's perspective. I stayed until about 5 p.m. So like I spent literally like the whole day on this shoot. It was freaking hot. And obviously I got like super delirious at the very end. I didn't know I was getting paid, but apparently they're paying me like $125. I would have done this for free, so like I don't mind the low amount, but that's, you know, typical background stuff. Like usually I would get $125 for a day of work. Again, I would have done this for free. It was just like a really exciting experience. I could not turn this down. I also wanted to get experience and kind of see the vibes of like creating and like directing a music video. So I did really pay attention. I don't know if you guys know this, but I do have music coming out. I sing and I play the guitar and I do write my own songs. So I wanted to connect and kind of see like what I need to prepare for when I release a music video, if I want to, and like who I could hire and stuff. I did message Jake after the shoot asking him if he could like quote me or give me some pointers on how to like hire people to create a music video as like somebody without like a record label. Like, I'm very much an independent person, and he left me on scene, which, you know, I get it. Like, busy people are busy, and I get like some people don't want to talk to people that are like less relevant or like less important. Like, I'm not a super important person in the industry yet, but it's kind of just like, I don't know, like you responded to me a lot when you like wanted me to go, and then now you're gonna like leave me on scene when I'm literally asking you to quote me. So I don't know, like that was confusing to me, but like I honestly like him. Like, he seems really cool, and I would hope that I get to like work with him or like work with people in the industry more in the future, because I do have work that I want to get done. Overall, the experience was good. I wouldn't say socially it was good at all, but like from a work perspective and like from like an observing perspective, it was a very solid experience. I'm really, really happy about my feature, and I'm really happy that I got to meet Angel and her family. Those 4 women are spectacular, and they're so cool and nice and sweet. At the end of the shoot, before like I left, the 2 guys that like own the record label, I don't know their names, but like these 2 guys that were also in the video, like they were the ones holding the blender like in the beginning when they were like looking at Cindy Crawford. They literally went up to me and they were like, oh my gosh, like so nice to meet you, thanks for coming. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. And then they looked at the person next to me and they were like, oh my gosh, thanks for coming, like let's connect, like can I have your Instagram, like you were so cool. But he was also like another extra, so I was like, okay, you're gonna like, it's nice that they replied to me, but they were like asking him for his contact info and like who he was and like what he did, and all they did was like say thanks to me. So I was like, the contrast. No big deal. Business is business. One day I'm going to be bigger than like everyone, and I'm going to have work that I'm proud of, and I will be more relevant and important, and I will not make anyone feel left out the way that I felt left out on this shoot. But overall, still really fun. You guys should check out the music video. I'll link it down below. Or you can just search up One Margarita Saucy Santana remix. Let me know if you can spot me. I know some people on TikTok already like saw me and they were like, what the hell is the ne'er-do doing there? But yeah, check it out, guys. I had a very solid experience working on this music video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a good thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Please also check out my full visual bottoming course at the links below, as well as my discreet douche kits and my free Discord server. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or any video recommendations for yours truly. I love you and I'll talk to you soon.